Hi, everybody. Lee Honish with another episode of Facebook for Realtors. If you're listening to the audio, go check out the video by going to honish.io. That's www.honish.io. Or you can go see it on my Facebook page at Lee Honish Marketing. Click like, follow, and you'll get updates of when new videos or new content get put out. Today, we're going to do a short video about 5 minutes long. I'm going to show you what automated services look like. So what's an automated service for real estate professionals? Well, it's very simple. It is a service that you pay anywhere from $50 to $500. I've seen it as high as $500 to automatically put content up on your business profile. What they claim, what they promise is that this content will get seen by people, by homeowners, by people in your sphere of influence, and that they will engage with the content, and that will build brand awareness, clicks to your website, and ultimately to leads. Okay? So I don't have a problem per se if you're not spending a lot of money to have content put onto your business page. I'm not. I still think it's easier for you to do it. But if you're going to go to the trouble of putting content up, any content is better than no content. And if you're paying around $50, great. I'm all for it. It's when you get into really high priced content creation that isn't done by hand or created from scratch or branded with your name on it that I tend to have a problem. With all of that said, what I'm really focusing on are automated services. And those services basically, once a day, put up an automated piece of content onto your page. And I'm going to show you exactly what they look like. And I'm going to basically show you how it works. So when you sign up for these sites, they'll want to know the name of your business page or the name of your business, your tagline, right? And then your website address, which is right here. I'm going to highlight that as well. So what you're looking at is what I wrote out as a automated post, something that you would get on your website. So here's exactly how it would look. We're going to use a business page that I've created to test real estate agent content out on. My particular business page has 180 people following it. It is my experience that most real estate people that I work for have approximately 100 to 200 people following their business page. My personal Lee Honish Marketing business page has a couple of thousand people following it. My personal profile has about 5,000 people following it. I have a secondary profile that has 5,000 people following it. So my social circle is much larger on Facebook. I also engage with people's content. I comment, I like, I share, I do those things. It changes the nature of the algorithm on Facebook. When you're hiring an automated service, its only function is to post content onto your page. That's all it does. Doesn't think about it. It doesn't share it. It's not going to do anything. So if you're only following 180 people, you're going to have 10% of those people see the content. What do I mean? Okay, so let's make this post happen exactly like it would be from the automated service, right? So I'm going to grab the same photo. I'm going to paste this, and then I'm going to hit post, just like that. There you go. It's done. It's up. It's over. This is exactly what it would look like if you paid $50 to $500 for a service to post on your business page every day. And that's it. You're looking for the number of people reached and the number of engagements. Engagements can be anything like likes and shares, but you can check most of those in your insight. We're going to run a test. I'm going to post this again my way. Now, I wrote this, okay? Took me all of 5 seconds to write it. I went on the web and I searched for a picture of a refrigerator, okay? And I'm going to post this again the way I would do it if a client wanted me to do content. This is kind of the very simplified version of what I do. I prefer to do things with video, right, where it's branded for my client with their information down at the bottom. That gets more view rates, video, audio, podcasts, squeeze pages, all of those things. This is what you're buying, generally speaking, from these services. They just put this up, it's done. So the 180 people who follow me, only about 10% of them are going to see it. So 18 people are going to see this if I'm lucky. If one of those people is nice enough to stop and look at it for a second or click on it, it might go up to double that to about 20%. Let's just say it's all 100% of those people. It's still only 180 people. You don't know when they're going to be online. And tomorrow another piece is going to go up. What's amusing about this is I have a friend who uses one of these services, and I'm not against it, but I'm the only one who ever likes it. Like, I constantly click the like button on the content, even though it's not getting any real traction of building brand awareness or doing anything for the client. But it is nice. I mean, it is putting content on your business page every single day. So this is what you would get. You would get a nice big giant photo, and this is how it would look. I mean, you're just basically looking at this. And maybe 18 people who clicked on like and follow on my business page will actually see it. Now I'm going to post it again. Okay, exactly the same way. Now, this is the difference between content and marketing. The content isn't that fantastic to begin with, but for the sake of our discussion, I don't really care about that. I really don't. Okay, what I'm going to do now, okay, so we have number one and we have number two. This one's 2 minutes older. This one's a little bit older. This first one right here, I'm going to show you the difference between just putting content up and then content marketing. I'm going to market this content. I'm not 100% behind this content, but I'm going to put this content up and I'm going to share it. So I'm going to share it to a group, but I'm going to share it as myself. So Lee Honish, my personal profile, is a member of buy-sell groups, homeowner groups, exchanges in local areas. This particular case, San Diego, right? So I'm going to share now publicly to my personal page. Go ahead and feel free. It's my secondary Facebook page. So it should be on I'm going to open up a tab and see where it is. It should be on my personal profile page, now on the front page. Okay? There it is. Why do I do that? I'm changing the algorithm. Now, 10% of the 5,000 people who follow me, let me see what I'm at, 4,500 people. 10% of this crowd is now exposed to this message. If one of them clicks on it, looks at it, or does something with it, it will expand that message. But it's expanding the message on my business page. I'm changing the algorithm. So we're currently at 3 minutes on the first one and 1 minute on the other, right? Is that where we are? What are we at? 4 minutes and just now on this one. Now, since I'm sharing as myself, I'm now going to share it to groups. Now, we've talked about this before. I'm going to repaste the exact same message, and now I'm going to share it in San Diego homeowner areas. These are places where I have successfully found homeowners time and time again. Carlsbad, San Diego. I don't post into real estate groups with real estate-based content because it's generally real estate agents. That's not what I'm after. What I'm looking for are homeowners, buyers and sellers, generally speaking. So I want to put this content into places where regular people are. And so I go to the trouble of joining as many groups. Depending on my client, I try to get about 1 million people between all of the groups. And it might sound like a really big number, but it's actually not. It's usually about 10 to 20 groups will get you to about 1 million people collectively in those groups. And if I'm only getting 10%, then you can basically do the math on that. That's now 100,000 people that can be exposed to a message. The trick is for somebody to stop and stare at it for a second or read it or click on it, and therefore it expands the message. So to be fair to this other post, because we're going to look at the insights on it, I'm only going to share this in 10 different groups, okay? And you cannot really share into many of these buy and sell or event groups or networking groups, real salesy stuff. This particular piece that I put up, it's a helpful tip from me. So it should get approved by most of the forums. What you don't want is somebody to turn it down or for Facebook to call it spam, which is the next problem, because you can hire these same services to auto post these or to buy ads for them, and that turns it into spam. I'm not looking to spam the groups, although I am spamming them. Let's not get it wrong. I am spamming these particular groups. I don't want it to look like spam. So it's really important for my content to be genuine, right? I always like my content to be genuine. Number 2, I like it to be positive. Number 3, I want it to be something that's helpful, right? If I'm creating content. So I think I'm at 4 or 5 shares at this moment. I'm trying to get myself to about 5 or 6 minutes on this video while I'm sharing it. And when I'm done here, I'm just going to go look at the insights and see which one is doing better. Again, I haven't put more than 5 or 6 minutes in. And if this is your personal business, spending 5 or 6 minutes for your personal business is not a big deal. I don't know how many shares I'm up to at this moment. I'm going to add 2 more to the one that is just in my regular profile, and we'll see how we're doing, okay? And this one. Okay. Those are all San Diego specific. So I've targeted, just like you would a Facebook ad. I know consistently, because I've been in these groups, that these are generally homeowners and generally people who are in that particular vein. So there's what got posted on that one, and there's the one that got posted on that one. So the one that got no help from me has a 3-minute head start, and the one I just put up, I put on about 10 groups. So what we're going to do is go over to our insight panel on our business page, and this is how you can check if your content that you're purchasing is helping out your brand or your business. We're going to look specifically at what's happening. So right now, I have 0 for 0. So I have no posts, no reactions, no nothing. They're the 12 shares I put in. But right now, I have no post clicks, and I have a 0 reach and a 0 reach. That's bad. Let's highlight it again and see if the reach expands. So far, both of these are being exposed to 0 people, which to me is just hilarious. It's probably based on the actual content and probably because of my website being on there. Facebook per se does not like you to take people off of Facebook, and that can reduce your reach. Here's an example. Here's a video that I put up for being behind on payments, and that reach went up to 835. That's original content. When content is not shared specifically into groups, the number is quite low because I only have 180 people following me. I cannot stress this enough for people. You need to go and see what's going on with your content that you're posting online by clicking on your insight button on your business page, and it will tell you a lot. I'm going to highlight this one more time and see if my business page has increased. The reach is still down. There's something about this particular piece of content they do not like. So when I see this, I know that there's something wrong. So there's a simple way to test this. And I actually know what's wrong, and we'll do it live. And we'll leave those 2 running for this period of time. So I'm going to go back to my page one more time. And this time, I'm going to reload the information differently. Okay? This is a very important tip. It's a good point of not taking people off of your page. So it is taking them off the page. I'm going to take this off completely. And I'm going to move my tag like that over here. And so it's still the same post. I just rearranged it a little bit and see if the algorithm adjusts. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to repost this one and see if this one doesn't do any better. If it doesn't do any better, you're not going to see this video anyway because I won't put it up, which will be hilarious unto itself, that I'll have these 3 things on my business page for no good reason whatsoever. So we'll see how this video turns out. For those of you listening to the audio, please go to Lee Honish Homes and you'll see how this all works out. So I'm going to put the same picture up. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to discard this. I'm going to create a post. I'm going to use a backup photo to just give myself a better chance. I have 2 photos of refrigerators, right? And I'm going to put the same post up, just as we talked about, right? There you go. Simple as that. And I'm going to check in, as always. I'm a huge believer in checking in. It increases your footprint. I'll normally tag the photo with myself because I have multiple profiles. So I'm going to give myself the best possible chance with this one. This is why it's good to tweak it out. I'm going to tag myself in this. There I am, one of my many tags. I'm going to tag all my tags of myself. Why? Because I have so many different people following me. Simple as I can make it. And my business page as well. There you go. Okay, so now I've tagged all the tags. There's lots of Lee Honish all over the page. Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to share that content. Let's see if this one does a little bit better. I'm going to share from my personal profile. I'm going to share to groups. And this time, I don't have any links going off the page. And what I'm going to do is start at the very bottom and work up the opposite way. I don't want to double post into my groups because the groups' automated sensors might think that I'm spamming because the content is the same. So you need to be aware of that. I try to only post into groups once a day, specifically. I try to keep it just to one post, and there's very specific reasons why. And it has to do with the algorithm. I don't want them thinking that I'm multiply spamming, and that is a setting for business groups. So I'm going to place this in San Diego specific groups. I suspect this one's going to do better. We'll know because you'll be watching this, but we'll see. There's a San Diego classified group. What else? Let's see if I have any more San Diego. What's happening in Oceanside? Buy, sell San Diego. San Diego, North County swap. I've already used all my good ones, which are the networking and events groups. Those are really good spots for homeowners. So I'm going to put this in about 5 or 6 locations, and I suspect that this one's going to do much, much better than the other one. Both of my profiles have multiple business setups so that I can share in groups. This is exactly how Facebook marketing works. I'm just doing it by hand. So if you bought ads, you can have Facebook target like this. I don't know if it would be as specific, but certainly this is in general the way a Facebook ad would work, just as though you had purchased it. Okay, so now we got this up. All the information's up, right? So what we're going to do next is check our insight page. and we'll see which one's doing better and whether or not you're actually watching this video right now. It's really what this is going to come down to. Oh, this is the winner. The second one has already got an organic reach of 7 people already. This one has no organic reach. This one has no organic reach. So the second one is starting to get integrated into the system based on the way I shared it, and was shared to 12 different groups. I can't count on these little buttons right here. This isn't the big deal, right? Because those are reactions, comments, and shares. Well, I did all the sharing, so I don't count these unless the number goes over the number of times I shared it. That's a positive. What I care more about is the number above it, which is post clicks. Now, this is a photo, so that's not going to happen. This would be about branding, right? So this one has organically been seen by 7 different people. Remember, there are 400 or 500 million people on Facebook right now. There are 400 or 500 million different news feeds at this moment. Everybody has a custom tailored news feed in front of them at this exact moment. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how it works. My goal is to get my content in front of as many people as possible. And what we're finding out, really even from this experiment already, wow, it's up to 7. I mean, here's the simplicity. If we wait this out probably another 5 minutes, the organic feed on this will go up. The organic on the one that I shared is up. And the one that was not shared to individual groups, right, has still not been seen by anybody. It hasn't shown up in anybody's feed, period. With 400 million people out there, nobody's seen it. The reach is 0. Now, this one is going up. This number, I don't know if it's updated daily or if it's updated hourly, but since it's already at 7, that shows you. That's reality. This number will continue to go up. What I'm really interested in before I turn off this video is whether or not the one I just put up and shared will have the same impact. I suspect that it will, even though it's only been shared 7 times. We'll see. And again, even if you compare this to other pieces I put up into the feed cycle that I did not share, right? It would be the one in pink. You can see I didn't share down here. The reach only winds up being 1 or 2 people with 180 people who follow me. Again, this one piece that I shared 12 times has already been seen by 7 people, which is better than the last 3 posts that I did on my own timeline. Just that simple. And I suspect this one at the top in the next 3 to 5 minutes will probably have a higher organic reach as well. I'm trying to hold on to this video and not turn this into a big long thing as much as possible. I'll take this opportunity to tell you to go to honish.io for the month of December and into the month of January because of COVID, and I probably suspect a little bit longer. I'm doing a week of free marketing for people. It's 100% free. It's exactly what it sounds like. I will work on your business page. I will create content. I will build squeeze pages. I will fix your website. I will, whatever needs to be done, I'll do it for about 5 days or so, 100% free. At the end of the week, you get everything back. You can do it yourself. You can watch these videos and do it yourself and be further along. It's much better than spending $50 to $500. Now, if you want me as a service, that is certainly out there. It is on a case-by-case basis. I do not take everybody as a client. And the simple reason behind that is I want to get to know the person. I want to make sure that they are positive and focused and happy people. I try not to work with people, first of all, that are working from a place of desperation with a negative mindset. That's just me personally. I want to work with positive people who have great message, and I'm happy to build content for them and help them find people to help in their local area. So go to honish.io. If you scroll down on the right-hand side, you will find my phone number and you will find my email. You can click on the email and send me an immediate email. More importantly, you can text me. This is my personal cell phone. I do not take calls. Do not waste your time. Every single call is silenced. Sorry. Text me, and we'll set up a time to talk. Let's go back and check our results. So we're back on our business page. Let's see where we are. I'm really kind of just holding out. Now 313. That piece went up at 309. Is that what it said? All we need is some movement on it, and I'll be happy. It went up at 304. This one went up at 255. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner is the time. It's 313. So this one finally got one. Ooh, it's killing it. It's got one organic lead out of my 180 people. So it's at 0.5% view rate. This one that I shared, if you go with the 180 people that I have, I guarantee that the organic rate is based more on being shared in all those groups than it is anything else. But what I'm really intrigued with is this one that has not clocked in yet. I'm going to post the results of this after about 1 hour for everybody to look at. So if you want, go to @FrankLeeHonish, and at 4:14, I'm going to go back and check these, and it will be at the back end of this video. I'll probably wait a full hour and do a quick check-in and just put the very last panel on this is going to be a screenshot at 4:14 of this screen for you guys to see. Go to honish.io, get a month of free marketing. Give me a call, send me a text. I'll be happy to help you.